This is instant problem solving for people of all ages. Life's an obstacle course. Make a move. So in this story, again, as always, we begin with an image. It anchors the idea, the concept. And so here's a stick figure person, okay? And anyone can draw. This is the simple drawing, stick figure at the far left of a road. And at first, I don't even have that brown mound in the middle. And there's your happiness, your success. This is whatever you're pursuing. If it's success, if it's relaxation, if it's homework, if you want to succeed at homework, if you want to be great at basketball, that's your goal, that sort of happy success smiley face, okay? So I tell kids the story that here you are, you're walking on the road of your life, same as the road to happiness, but then out of the sky drops an obstacle. This mountain is so high and it's blocking your path to your goal. Well, what do? You could stand there and stare at it and cry, right? You could rage at it. You could just leave. You could give up on your goals. But is that going to get you to your happy spot? Probably not. So instead, you want to make a move. You want to get around your obstacle. And life is constantly throwing obstacles in our face, in our way. And so just in the story, not about real life, just sticking with the story, what are 4 ways that this stick figure person could get to their happiness and success? And you can see there are those 4 arrows, and the kids say you can get over, around, under, or through. There are 4 ways to get around it. Through, obviously creativity, maybe they have like a mole man, contraption where they can burrow through rock or something. So, but over, around, under, and through. Great. Well, with many of life's challenges, anything that gets in the way of your fun or feeling good or what you want, you got to start to brainstorm for it, right? Well, let's list 4 ways past your real life obstacle. First step, everyone, is name it. You have to name what that rock is. What is your obstacle? So you can write in that brown up top, you can write what the child's obstacle is today. Homework's too hard. Or I left my math book at school, right? Okay, we've got an obstacle to your success. Then you can go to, how do you want to handle that? Remember that question from the yellow phase? How do you want to handle that? Well, let's list 4 ways. And if you remember way back from the beginning of my presentation when we talked about weak problem solving, weak problem solvers tend to come up with 1 solution if they're lucky. So here, let's see if you can come up with up to 4, just like the picture, the cartoon above. Some of a child's solutions could be wacky or even appropriate, but don't censor them at first. We're just spitball, just brainstorm. So like the first thing the child might say is, oh, I can go to school and blow up the front door and go in and get my math book, right? Kids will say outrageous things like that. If you correct that and say, no, that's impossible, like that's ridiculous, you're going to shut down the brainstorming. So just accept it, write that down in number 1. Blow up front door of school, get math book, okay? But then you say, what else, okay? What else? What's realistic? What else could we really do? What else could we do from home? And so see if you can get 2 or 3. If you hit 4, that's great. That could be a miracle. But so 2, 3, or 4 solutions, and then ask the child which one seems like it's the most doable. That's success. All right, let's try that. It's helpful for new problem solvers or kids who are weak at this if you print this. If you have the slides, you can print this out, or you can draw one yourself on 8.5 by 11 paper, and then you photocopy it so you can do this multiple times like a worksheet. And over time, at first, your child might need to see this concretely every time as a reminder, okay, 4 ways around a problem, right? But then over time, your child might not need the crutch of the worksheet, and then you can do it just verbally on the fly. That's more independence, and then the height of independence, obviously, is if they can do it themselves in the world. This next slide is a more formal bit of problem solving. We call it the Problem Solvers Club, helping kids to see that everyone has to solve problems once in a while. So it's basically the same thing, only using a lot more words. If your child prefers a linear process, not verbal, this also looks a little more mature. child's name, date. Step one, what's the problem? Remember, name it. You have to name it to tame it. So what's the problem? How did it make me feel? List 2 to 3 things you could do to handle it. Number 4, circle one idea that you think might work the best, right? And then number 5, try it. Good luck. If it works, congratulations. If your child comes back after you do a problem solving and they tried one of their solutions and it worked, or if they came up with some original solution on the spot that worked, make sure that you give them lavish praise. Congratulations, you did it. You're a problem solver. That was powerful. We want the kids to feel powerful. We want your child to feel like he or she owns this and can go out there and take charge of his or her life. You just took the road to happiness. That was great. So make sure that there's a lot of congratulations for any of these victories. This is hard stuff that we're dealing with. This is not easy.